Live broadcast, and tonight's top story, President William Ruto is touting what he describes as a strongly rebounding economy, claiming his administration has lifted Kenya from the brink of debt default to projected growth of more than 5% this year and next. The president says the country is now receiving positive global ratings, citing what he calls assessments from the world's most respected evaluators and market analysts. He also pointed to a surge in foreign direct investment from $463 million to $1.5 billion. This comes as two Kenyans move to the High Court, challenging the Privatization Act 2025, a key pillar of the president's new four-part economic roadmap, and seeking to halt its implementation. Our reporter Hibak Said has more.
It is a story you can see in the numbers, feel in the homes, and trace in the lives transformed across our republic. A story whose facts are available for all to examine, except perhaps for the cynical who have no facts.
While patting his own back, President William Ruto opened his third State of the Nation address with the economy's three key indicators of health and growth: the inflation rate, currency stabilization, and national foreign reserves.
International analysts warned that it was no longer a question of if, but when Kenya would default. Within that context, we acted. We restored fiscal discipline. We eliminated wasteful subsidies.
President William Ruto now says the economy is under trusted opinion, expected to grow between 5 and 5.6% in the coming year, an indication, he argues, of increased foreign investor confidence and rising economic prospects.
14 of the world's leading financial institutions, including Citigroup, JP Morgan, Standard Chartered, and Goldman Sachs projected that Kenya's economy will expand by between 5 and 5.8% in 2026. This confidence is anchored in solid fundamentals: lower credit costs, rising exports, improved household spending driven by low inflation, and a broadly stable macroeconomic environment.
The head of state notes that a large part of his boisterous economic turnaround plan is anchored on subsidizing production instead of consumption, a shift he says is bearing fruit, claiming farmers are now poised to harvest at least 70 million bags of maize this year, up from less than 50 million bags.
Over 7.1 million farmers are registered on the Kenya Integrated Agricultural Management Information System, giving us visibility to design scientific targeted interventions and eliminate extortionists, getaway brokers, and drive out cartels and middlemen.
However, beneath the spectacular economic picture painted by the president lies growing suspicion over the currency's stagnation against the greenback, which many analysts describe as possible market manipulation.
Our critics, the high priests of eternal pessimism, who criticize without responsibility and tear down without offering alternatives, will want you to believe that our economy is going in the wrong direction. But while everyone may speak their mind, and that is the beauty of our democracy, no one is entitled to manufacture self-serving falsehoods and traffic them as facts.
President Ruto also revised his earlier pledge under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, expanding the target from 100 dams to 250 assorted dams in strategic areas for maximum output. Hibak Said for TV 47.